Recently, I created a video about the first 102 videos I've created on YouTube and what results I've got from those 102 videos. Now, the feedback has been great about that video, and what I've been asked to do is to help people that want to start up their YouTube channel. What I've created is a starter guide that will help you through the initial stages of creating your YouTube channel. Now, it's not comprehensive, but it is about 5 or 6 pages, and it does provide my tips and some useful information about YouTube, the resources I use, and some just other general information which will help you to start creating content and get your channel started. Now, the feedback and the information that I provide in the starter guide is just based on my own experiences, and these are things that you'll learn along the way too. Things that have worked for me may also work for you, but there might be also other things that you can learn as you grow your channel. Now, if you haven't been to my channel before, welcome. My name's Romney, and thank you very much for jumping on to watch this video. Now, the starter guide, which I'm just going to run through in a very quick moment, is free to download. I want to be able to provide a resource that I sort of search for, and I could find some good YouTube videos about starting YouTube channels, but not many starter guides or some tips that really are at the core of starting from scratch to where I am now, about 9 months along the track. So let's get onto, I want to show you that starter guide and what you can expect from it, and you can just go and download it via the link that I've provided in the description. And this is the YouTube starter guide that I've created for you. So I'll just quickly scroll through it and I'll just show you some of the key points, but you can just download it for free as well. So in here, very quickly, I've just got broken into 4 different sections. So it's YouTube information, tips when starting, tips to stay motivated, and equipment that I use. So we're looking at the different things about YouTube, about requirements to monetize, the keywords, thumbnails, language, investing in different software, the 7 tips when starting a YouTube channel, the tips to stay motivated. So I've got a few tips there as well. I've got equipment that I use and some links there if you want to purchase that equipment, and then also the different thumbnail dimensions that you need to use when you're using Canva. So that's the YouTube starter guide. Again, I'll just leave a link in the description so you can just download that for free. So if someone was to ask me, what were the 3 biggest challenges that I faced when I first started my YouTube channel, and then maybe even for the first 6 months? Well, the first one was actually getting started, even down to something small like, do you hold your iPhone vertically or horizontally when you're filming? Now, it is horizontal, sideways, but it was getting that first video filmed and then getting it loaded up onto YouTube. And there was a couple of good videos that I watched. All you need to do on YouTube is search how to upload a YouTube video, and that will go through the process for you. I won't include it in this video, but I can also provide a link in this video description about that process. But that was probably the biggest challenge. Filming my first video, making sure I was relatively or reasonably happy with it, and then making sure that I loaded it up properly onto YouTube. The second biggest challenge that I probably had was getting the thumbnail organized, and what I ended up doing was using Canva. And Canva, at that point in time, I just had a free account and I was able to create that thumbnail on there. I've now got a Canva Pro account, so I can use a lot more features with my thumbnails. But at that point in time, it was just a free version. And then, so that first one was uploading, second one was getting the thumbnail right, and the last one was actually having the confidence to create the videos, but then also be consistent with them and finding the time to make the videos and be consistent with them throughout that first 3 months when I first started, to getting some momentum and having my first 25, 30 videos created. And that can be a big challenge, because when you're first starting, you don't see many results because you're still building your subscriber base and you're still working your way through how to create the videos and finding your niche, knowing what area you really want to specialize in. But do remember that once you do start, you can change. But importantly, just make sure that you have a channel name that isn't too niched down. Because if you had a channel that was too niched and you decided to change direction, well, you need to have that flexibility to sort of change the content that you're creating. So for me, I originally had The Life Graduate, then I moved to the Life Graduate Publishing Group, which was part of low and no content publishing. And now I've actually transitioned back to the Life Graduate because I can see that there's other content that I can create outside of just publishing with KDP that is going to be important to people. And so the Life Graduate is more of a broader YouTube channel that I can create that content for. But make sure you jump onto or get onto the description. There's a link there that will take you to the starter guide, and that will just cover off a lot of information as I've shown you when we went through that starter guide there. So make sure you grab your own copy. But please start, if you do want to start your YouTube channel, just get that first video done. It's the hardest part of the process. Probably your first 5 videos are the hardest ones until you get some momentum and get some consistency and sort of know your place about what content you really want to create. I do hope that this has helped you. I hope that starter guide helps you get going and get your channel happening as well. So thanks for watching, and I look forward to presenting some more information in my next video.